What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my fucking channel. Yeah, I'm a little bit rough around the edges. If you're new around here, send me a subscription, click, and send me a like and a comment on this video, and I will help you with your issues. If you ever need anything, send me an email or have any questions at powerfulrelationships27@gmail.com. I have a men's community that is pretty cheap monthly, and it gives you half off of my monthly subscription. It gives you 50% off of my one-on-one coaching and a little bit cheaper video coaching, video response coaching as well. And if you need any help with that stuff, or you have any questions, or maybe you want to see what's the best option for you, send me an email to that email I mentioned before. Let's get right to the topic of this fucking video. My girlfriend told me I want space. She told me I need time apart. She told me I need time to think. She told me I need to find myself. Any of that shit that you hear from your girlfriend is just her way of saying, right now, I am not very attracted to you and I need space from you. I need to take a little bit of time away from this environment around you, wherever you are. I don't want to be. That's all she's saying to this, saying to you. And the thing is, guys, I want you to understand right fucking now. I want you to understand. Did I get your attention? I want you to understand that men and women communicate differently. Men communicate in a way where it's a lot simpler and more to the point. What happens when guys fight? When two guys fight, what happens? They have a disagreement about something. They call each other a bunch of names. Maybe it turns physical, and then it's kind of done. Then it's over. Women, when they fight with you, they'll fight with you about something that you might have done then and there, but you've also haven't been doing this as well, or that as well, and that as well. And that makes her feel like this. So now she's upset because of a whole bunch of shit that you did or didn't do, because you are failing to realize you're turning her off in the relationship. Do you see how many ways that this comes together? Okay. The thing is, it's one of those things where you can see it and you can understand what's happening, but a lot of men choose to ignore it. And there are very, very specific ways that you should be communicating and apologizing if you know that you did something wrong. There's a right way to apologize to women, and I'll make a whole video on that. And there's a wrong way, and or not doing it at all, of course. I'm fidgeting. I was just doing unbuttoning my sleeves. So it's hot as fuck. From here, you've been told, I want space. You've been told, I need time apart and all that other shit. And you're probably saying, Kyle, what do I do? And how do I get her back in my face? How do I get her to see? This is almost like a step before breakup. It's like she wants to be away from you because you turned her off so much. And this is where you get what's a girl like when she's completely turned on? Let's visit that. She's all over you. She's all over you. She wants to be physical with you. She wants to have a conversation with you. She wants to go to dinner with you. She wants to watch movies with you. She wants to have you around her friends and family. She wants you involved around her with everything, because when everything's going right, she wants you there as part of her. And when things are going wrong, she doesn't want anything to do with you. She doesn't want anything to do with being around you. And this is just her attraction level dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping slowly. And maybe you've done something, boom, that was really ugly. And then she, it takes time to bring that back up. So what do you do to bring that shit back up? You're probably wondering. So when she says, another subscriber, I got to turn my phone upside down so I don't keep looking down at it. When she says, I need some space, or I need some time to think, you look at her and you say, all right, take as much time as you need. But not in such a needy way. Just be like, okay, go ahead and go about your business as a man. I don't want you to beg. I don't want you to plead. Just be like, okay, bye. And don't sound needy. Don't sound weird. You don't have to say take as much time as you need. You can say something else. It really depends on how you say it, because again, their communication is different in the way that they communicate with you. They'll communicate in such a way that how you say things is more important than what you say. Okay. And how you act is more important than what you do. And like what you do is always important. Do what you say. And that's always important, but sometimes how you do things. If I'm in the vicinity of my girlfriend and I put my phone down like this, what's that say? He's probably in a good mood. He's probably doing this. He's probably doing that. Like, that's what they'll think of. But when I go like this, Oh, he's pissed off. He did it. And any human being will be able to pick that up. I get that. But they pick up in a different and maybe a more intense way. And that's how you have to try to interpret their communication techniques. And there's actually a really good book that I want you guys to read, and I'll link it down below when I have my fucking descriptions ready to go. And it talks about the way that men and women communicate and the way that you should do it and try to interpret it. You let them take their time. You don't message them. You don't say anything. You give them their space. What I really want to say to a girl, this is just a joke. This is a joke. Whenever a girl has ever said, I need to find myself, or I need space and all that, I just wanted to give them a GPS and be like, here you go. I know it's fucking lame joke, whatever. Haha. So anyway, you tell them, look, okay, take as much time as you need. Don't tell them all this crazy shit that you're going to do to change. The only thing that's going to change about what you're about to do, she needs time to miss you right now. She needs time to think about the awesome shit that you are doing and the great person that you are. During this time away, she just needs to process these negative emotions. Basically what she's doing is she's taking time away from you so she doesn't, it's almost like a pot of water that, like whenever you're boiling like spaghetti, you're boiling something and the fucking shit starts overflowing. When she's around you during the negative periods and when you're turning her off, it's almost like you're overflowing her with negative emotions and she's removing herself from the situation. That's kind of the best way that you can put it. And she's just so turned off that she's like, I don't want you to turn me off anymore. I'm going to go away. That's all they're saying to you. And as soon as you realize that, and what a lot of guys will do is they'll actually start begging and start going like, oh my God, I'll change my ways. I'll change who I am. And that turns her off even more because she loves who you are to a certain degree. She likes the shit about you that's masculine. She likes the shit that turns her on about you, but you're doing something right now, and you might have been doing something for the last few weeks, maybe months, that's turning her off. And she's like, I need to figure this out and try to get away from you. That's how they process shit. This is why relationships need space, because they need to process shit and wonder about you and think about all the negative and positive about you. And if the positive outweighs the negative, then they'll most likely stay with you unless they meet somebody who is a lot better than you. You give them their space, you give them their time, and when they realize that you're awesome and you're great and they process all the negative emotions and they slept on it, usually sleeping on it helps a lot, especially with guys. Like whenever I have an issue and it's something I can't control, but it really fires me up, I sleep on it. And I'm like, okay, I feel better. I'm going to let it go and move forward. So usually and comment down below if you've experienced this, but have you been in a relationship where you've had a fight or a really disappointing moment happen in your relationship, and she wants to spend a day at her friends or her sisters or something like that. And you guys haven't talked. How long does it take how long does it take for them to message you again? How long does it take for you to hear a text? How long does it take for you to hear from them? For me, it's always a day and a half, like almost like 30 hours. It's like it takes one full day, like almost 2 days of sleeping, and then they're like over it. If the relationship is going pretty well. That's just me. That's what I've experienced. I want to know what you guys have experienced. Comment that shit down below, and I want to know. So, but yeah. So again, I got to get back on point. They'll reach out to you eventually, and they'll come back around. If you guys live together, she'll come back home, and that's when you guys can talk. And she'll explain to you what things you've been doing if she feels like communicating that. But by then you probably might understand what you were doing to turn her off. If she's a reasonable woman, she's going to be like, yeah, it was this. And maybe the way that you did something or how you did something turned her off and pissed her off a bit. And you just need to apologize for that and apologize correctly. And when you do that, that'll be in my next video, you'll be okay. But if she wants space, like real space, like it might take weeks. You might not hear from her for weeks. You might not hear from her for a month or two. And again, you got to hold your ground and be strong. Be strong. Okay? This phone is going to be the death of men. We need to be strong because when you look at their social media, you're like, who is she talking about? She posted a Snapchat and she's with her friends and some guy could be way in the background. You're like, who the fuck's that guy? Like, come on. If it takes long, if it's taking weeks, if it's taking a month, be strong. If she's going to miss you. She's going to miss things about you. She's going to love certain things that you did, and all the negative is going to start going away, and all the positives are going to start coming back. That's how human beings are. Just look at the relationships you've had in the past. When you guys have broken up, you might remember why. You might remember it was nasty, but you're like, I could hang out with them again, unless it was real bad, like if they cheated on you or something like that. But people don't look at the past in such a negative light as soon as some time has gone by. So just let them chill. Let them simmer on their emotions and go do what you want to do. Go play Batman. Go play PUBG. Go play Call of Duty. And then focus on yourself and do some shit to improve yourself during this time. Start reading some books. I'll recommend you some books. Audiobooks. I listen to audiobooks on my phone is full of audiobooks. And I listen to almost one audiobook a day. Actually, it's really hard to believe when I tell people that. They're like, you listen to a whole audiobook a day? All I do is double the speed. I actually put this shit on like 2x the speed, sometimes 2.5 times the speed, and I just sit there and listen to it. My eyes closed. It's almost like meditating. And then I'm listening, and then it gets to the point where my brain starts getting kind of overwhelmed with the fucking barrage of information that's coming at my head, and then I just, turn it off or slow it down. And I get through almost a book a day. Just sitting there editing these videos and writing my book and doing certain things. I listen to a book, and the amount of shit that I've learned in a year is probably what you'll ever learn in your lifetime, because you guys don't read. Books are literally from the greatest, like people who have gone out there and experienced life, put their shit in a book. Anyway, if you have any problems with this information, if you need some help, comment down below or send me an email at powerfulrelationships27@gmail.com, and I can help you with some coaching options. And again, I want you guys to join the men's community. The homies that are watching this, join the men's community. I'll be able to help you get your shit together. We can be friends, and I can start sending you voice chats. I can send you whatever you want. I can help you guys out, help you guys become the best versions of yourself. And that's it, guys. Take it easy. Done.